Wouldn't it be the most convenient thing for the lawsuit to be dropped right as we reach this portion of the fractal? You can't write it. It really kind of just like boggles your mind. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is the Blockchain Backer bringing you the latest cryptocurrency news and analysis. And man, we have some green on the board today. Look at that. Wow. We've got a few of these are up darn near 20% and lots of stuff up over 10%. XRP sitting at about a 5% rise for the day. And we will get into these charts later, but today we're going to kind of go in through the news because we've got some pretty big news for Ripple coming up tomorrow in regards to an update to their motion to dismiss the pending lawsuit that's been going on for several years. But first, I wanted to tell you about this man. This is Bernard Baruch. I believe that's how you pronounce that. And that's this guy right over here on the right side of the screen. Now, I want to just read this to you really fast. Baruch became a broker, then a partner in AA Hausman and Company. With his earnings and commissions, he bought a seat on the New York Stock Exchange for $19,000. Then he amassed a fortune before the age of 30 by profiting from speculation in the sugar market. At that time, plantations were booming in Hawaii, and by 1903, Baruch had his own brokerage firm and gained the reputation of the Lone Wolf of Wall Street because of his refusal to join any financial house. And by 1910, he had become one of Wall Street's best known financiers. This is a very successful man from the past, and he died in 1965 at age of 94, but there's something about him that he has a very special quote that many of you have probably heard before, and that is, "Show me the charts and I'll tell you the news." And I say this all the time because a lot of people love to find a justification and a reason for why price goes up and to find news associated with why that price goes up at that time. And I have said this on my channel before, hey, show me the chart and I'll tell you what the news is. And this is where that comes from. It's not something I came up with. It's an old famous saying that news follows price action on charts. And it doesn't matter whether it's negative price action in the US stock market, positive action in the US stock market, cryptocurrencies, silver, whatever, it all makes perfect sense. So I want to show you something right here. And how perfect would it be for the Ripple lawsuit to be dropped right now at this exact location on the chart? So here we are. Now I will check out two different charts for XRP, but here we go. Let's just overlay this right here. And boy, wouldn't this be a convenient location for that lawsuit to be dropped? Here we are over on CoinTrader, and let's take a look. Now, we have been doing technical analysis for the longest time period to determine that this was likely the bottom and that we're getting ready for a move, potentially a move like this. Now, let's overlay our fractal from here. Wouldn't it be the most convenient thing for the lawsuit to be dropped right as we reach this portion of the fractal? You can't write it. It really kind of just like boggles your mind on how little of an understanding you have of the real world that you live in, that certain events somehow take place right when they're supposed to take place. Now we have something that is perfectly timed right when it should be in the fractal. Now, I'm not saying that this is like Ripple's fault or Ripple doing this on their own. Maybe they are. I don't know. That would require complete speculation based off no evidence that I have to prove otherwise. But it would be quite ironic that we would get the 95% drawdown in XRP for 2018 and 2019, the exact same amount that we drew down in 2014. And then as we are nearing this completion of this fractal, which last time when it took us on a 70 to 80,000% surge, we get the lawsuit drop. XRP is not a security, and then we go flying. Now everybody in the world would be screaming, "Oh, the only reason that XRP went up was due to the fact that it's not a security and the lawsuit got dropped." But we know different than that on this channel, don't we? we were doing the technical analysis on it way before. So it'll be really interesting because tomorrow's a big day. They've filed a motion to dismiss. We have no idea if it really is going to get dismissed or not, but hey, it could. And it would be quite ironic if we actually did have it dismissed tomorrow. So let's take a step back and get an understanding of what this lawsuit is. So back on December 5th of 2019, so just a little bit over a month ago, Ripple files last bid to dismiss the XRP securities lawsuit before the court meeting. A little bit in here, even if XRP were security, the investors suing Ripple brought their case far too late for it to proceed, the company said in a new filing. So this is the filing that was filed back in December. In the lawsuit, the plaintiffs claim the company sold XRP as an unregistered security to retail investors. And in the filing, it states XRP is not a security, but that is irrelevant for purposes of this motion. Even if XRP were a security, the plaintiffs' claims still fail as a matter of law. This filing is the last before the parties meet in court next month to argue over the motion to dismiss. And as we can see here, the parties will meet in court on January 15th, 2020, which is tomorrow. So tomorrow they're going to meet in court and they're going to be arguing over whether or not there's even a case. The potential for the dismissal of this case could be right around the corner. Show me the charts and I'll tell you the news. So that's why in this channel, you'll never see me trading or buying based on news or anything like that, because I always know that news is there to pull people in or push people out. But as long as I follow my plan and buy based on the things that I see mathematically and technically, things somehow magically work out. And then, of course, here's an article that says Ripple faces its doomsday. Will XRP be recognized as a security next week? So, as you guys know, I mean, it's no secret that people either love XRP and Ripple or they completely hate them. And of course, there's media outlets who feel the same way. They're heavily influenced by Bitcoin and Bitcoin maximalism. And because there's a big business behind Bitcoin, right? There's the mining operation. So there's business behind Bitcoin. Whether you believe that it's this, revolutionary own money type thing or not, Bitcoin is a business, and there's a mining business behind it. And you can just see the biasness in this article right here. The final motion before the court meeting, as reported by you today, Ripple Labs, a San Francisco-based blockchain giant, made a last-ditch effort to throw the damning lawsuit out by filing a motion that is based on the same statute of repose arguments in early December. So, okay. Yeah, we get it. So, yeah. We know it. It's coming. Tomorrow. It's coming. But let's go back a minute. Let's go back to December 20th. Here it is from CNBC. Ripple, which uses cryptocurrency for cross-border payments, is now valued at $10 billion. What's that all about? Didn't in December Ripple receive a $300 million Series C funding investment? So that means that their company got valued at $10 billion and received a $300 million investment. Let me ask you this. Do you think that the people who made the $300 million investment have lawyers? I personally would suspect that if I had $300 million and I was going to make an investment and the company I was going to invest in had a pending lawsuit, I would probably want my lawyers to review that lawsuit to see if there's any chance of the company I'm going to invest in winning that lawsuit. Don't you think? I would totally think that there would be massive amounts of research and analysis and opinions formed on whether or not Ripple's going to win. But obviously, I don't have the answer on what the outcome is going to be tomorrow during this court meeting, or if any type of delay is going to be pushed back, or if we're going to finally wrap this thing up or not. But I do find it really ironic that of all the technical analysis that we've done, everything has told us that the bottom was put in right there, and we are now in the climb preparing for the next bull market, and that the news that we need is right around the corner. So we'll see. I'm not going to put a lot of my eggs in that basket that's going to do anything. But I do always find it very interesting when we get to a particular location in a chart and a big news event is about to unfold. So here is my Twitter page. You can follow me over on Twitter at BCBacker. And I'm planning on doing another live stream, whether or not that's going to be today or tomorrow, but I'm thinking it might be today. We'll see. We're getting so much price action. I'm thinking it might be a good idea to go live. I'd like to get to the point where I am doing 2 of these per week. So keep an eye out for that. I do post on Twitter that I'm going live, and of course, if you are following me or you're subscribed to my channel, you would get a notification when I do go live. So that's going to be it. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. Thank you so much for watching, and please like this video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel like I mentioned to get notified when I go live and when I post new videos. As always, this is not investment advice. I am not a financial advisor, but if you ever need a pick-me-up or a little bit of reassurance, just remember that the blockchain backers got your back. Have a good one.